and make some brief comments, and then we'll take the vote on this motion. And I would ask you to support this motion. I would like it if you would all support this motion, because I think it sends a message that by going through a transparent, open process and listening to people and looking at all the information, that we've been able to reach a good result, some would say a better result. Every member of this committee has had to make compromises with what they would ultimately like. It may be the case that a majority of this committee would still vote for $825 million at Lincoln County. We might be able to get a majority out of this committee, but that's not the charge we were given. The charge we were given was to answer these three questions in a way that we have political consensus that we can pass it through the legislature, and that is a much higher bar, and it requires concessions on the part of all of us. You know, politics is the art of the possible, and we have to find a plan that is possible. And I think we also have to remember that you can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. You can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. To some of us, Lincoln County was the perfect site, but Sweetman is a good site. I actually think it might be the perfect site. To some of us, 1,500 beds of one classification was perfect, not 1,200. Or having so many square feet instead of so many other square feet. These are all compromises that have had to be made. And I will caution you, because I want to agree with Speaker Hansen, there is no appetite, none, for going above 650 from the legislators. I mean, there might be some here or there, but not enough to go over 650, and we are going to do everything we can to stay under that. And that may mean making more compromises as we work through the design project. And we have a team who understands value engineering and understands target value design and will help us get there. But there may be other design compromises that have to be made between now and then, because as we just heard, we're taking a plan that was, and I would say these were quickly done estimates because we didn't give them a lot of time, and I think they were being cautious, which was wise, but we're taking $725 million and saying we want it for 650. So we should understand that perhaps further compromises will have to be made. I am proud, though, that we are doing everything we can to reach the 1,500 bed number, and that we are sticking with the quality at 100-year construction to the extent it's possible. And this is why, and we've heard this a couple times today. Never in the history of this state have we had the amount of cash to spend that we have right now. It's never happened. I mean, we've known for years that the pen would have to be replaced eventually. Why hadn't it happened yet? Because we never had the money. We've never in the history of the state had that amount of money. It could be another 140 years before we ever do again. It was a very strange set of circumstances that led that amount of cash to be accumulated. So what do we do in South Dakota when we have one-time cash? We don't just go blow it on something. We don't build it into ongoing expenses. We use it to strengthen our overall fiscal position. We pay down debt, we pay off bonds, we have 5 different trust funds now in South Dakota to generate ongoing money. This is what we do. Building this building to a higher quality up front is another way of strengthening our future fiscal position. Because in another 25 or 50 years, we probably won't have $800 million sitting around. It's never happened before. There's no reason to think it'll ever happen again. So this is a good plan. It is probably the best plan that this group of people can agree on. Every single person here would probably change it somewhat if they were king for the day or queen, but they're not. So I would ask us to send a strong message forward that this is the best way to get this problem solved, and then go back and encourage our friends in the legislature and educate them on the work we did and encourage them to support it too, so that we can put this process behind us and get moving forward on getting this built. So with that, I would ask the secretary to call the roll.
Senator Hone.
Aye.
Senator Carr, excused. Senator Colbeck, excused. Senator Lapke.
Aye.
Senator Melhoff.
Aye.
Senator Otten.
Aye.
Senator Smith,
Aye.
Representative Hansen,
Aye.
Representative Healy,
Aye.
Representative Jameson,
Aye.
Representative Colbeck,
Jack Colbeck votes aye.
Representative Lems,
Aye.
Representative Mulder,
Aye.
Representative Odenbach,
Aye.
Representative Reich,
Aye.
Chief Foote,
Aye.
State's Attorney Hagar,
Aye.
Attorney General Jackley,
Aye.
Sheriff Milstead,
Aye.
Judge Fifley,
Aye.
Tiffany Wolfgang,
Aye.
Lieutenant Governor Venhuizen.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 20 yeas, 0 nays, 2 excused.
Well, there you go. And I will ask the two who are absent if they want to add their vote to the final recommendation we give back to the governor, but only if they're for it. Is there any other business to come before the committee today?